Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Disco Elysium, where we're still in the process of talking to all the lorry drivers. Again, I should say, because we're still looking for the drug smuggler, probably a lady driver. And this guy seems to know something, but he is very reluctant to talk about it. And while we might be able to force that information out of him, I think we should try a different approach first because, he seems like a decent guy and he doesn't want to be a snitch, so fair enough. Instead, we will talk to the other lorry drivers again, I suppose. And yeah, I guess the racist would be next in line.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Well, I might. I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up, where's the lady driver? Yeah, I guess that is kind of new.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He smirks. First, you knew Sealing didn't do it. Then why are you smirking? Just tell me which one's her lorry. Oh, alright then. Yeah, I mean, clearly he only implicated him because he's a foreigner, right?
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
Well, I mean, the latter is not illegal and the first, well, not what we're currently investigating. He grins a wide smile. Yeah, why are you smiling so much?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Well, that's probably true. So who does? You? So who does? The lady driver? Actually, we do. Just tell me who the goddamn lady driver is. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not him, right?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
La Puta Madre? What is that?
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
Well, that's interesting. I don't think we've heard about that before. I thought the Union was running this place.
Yeah, him.
For a moment, the lorryman is silent, then he spits on the pavement. Cross your arms and nod. Who's La Puta? What are you doing, Kim? Let me handle it. I don't know. Maybe Kim is trying to do something here. Maybe we should just go along with it. So, cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, I think Kim is trying to do something here. So, let's see what he's going for.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Okay. I think I can see what Kim is trying to do here. So, yeah, let's see if this works.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Yeah, I can see that. A rodentine quality. Say nothing. Wait, are we? No, let him just do his thing. He clearly knows what he's doing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
Oh, well, we might. I mean, maybe the lady driver is not giving the crime boss the share that he deserves. In which case, he would be very interested in having this kind of investigation, right? So, that's not an argument.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
Exactly what I've been saying.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
Yeah, Kim, you're really good at playing the bad cop. I'm surprised. Pleasantly surprised.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
And I mean, he really can't stand this guy, so I think Kim really enjoys this right now, scaring him a little bit.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
Yeah, but are you sure that there are no peonies in the Lorrymen and Carters Guild? I mean, apparently they're all over the Union, so I wouldn't feel so safe if I was in your place.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Wow, Kim is just vicious right now. I love it.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. Yeah, Kim certainly left quite the impression on him. Good work.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Very good work.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Okay, so now we got a skill check here. -1, go fuck yourself. So apparently by telling him to go fuck himself, I kinda lowered my chances here, but you know what? It was totally worth it. +2, Kim's bluff. Yeah, that really helped a lot. +1, saw you snooping cabin. +1, icosahedral diset sirens. Look, my sirens diset is actually useful. Okay, well, I mean, this is a decent chance, so fingers crossed. Let's hope it's going to work.
Men like
Yes.
this only respect two things: strength and fear.
And Kim certainly showed some strength here and struck some fear in his heart, huh?
Time to turn up the volume.
Alright, so now we can probably finish him off that Kim prepared him for us. Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry, where is it? Okay, now we are basically playing bad cop and very bad cop. Okay, let's do it.
Fuck
Wow.
you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
Well, let's see.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? I'm gonna put you in a cell with a giant kipped... You're gonna be bleeding kipped dick, you hear me? I've been to your fucking lorry, I know where it is. Point to me. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. These are all pretty good. I feel that all of them would probably work. So I can't really decide which one I want to pick. Maybe I will go for this one, since investigating the cabin already gave me some points before. So it might work out well in this situation too.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
Alright, there we go.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
So, where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
Alright, we got what we needed.
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Right, let's do that. Okay, that was excellent work, Kim. That was excellent work. I couldn't have done it without you, probably. Search for the lady driver's lorry cabin near the monument. Right, I guess that's what we will do. What's the fastest way to get there? Can we go through here? I think we might be able to go through here. Unless we are not able to get down from this little platform. Okay, we are. So, this is a monument, and we're looking for a green lorry. Okay, I guess this would be it.
This green found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The lieutenant peeks inside. Well, let's find out. Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them.
Alright, nothing conclusive, but can we just open the door?
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Okay, we can't just open it. And I'm not sure if that is significant.
There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
So I guess the handle is new because it's like a special anti-lock picking lock. So how are we going to open this, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Oh, well, you think so?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Good point. Well, in that case, I need to equip the pry bar, I suppose. Yeah, I will put it into my right hand, probably. I'm just going to assume that Harry is a right-hander.
This screen found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
Alright, I mean, still not amazing chances here, but let's try it.
Pry bar
no.
in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass.
Well, at least you didn't hurt yourself doing it.
Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now.
Yeah, maybe I should invest something in physical instrument or some other physical skill.
Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
The window appears to be shatterproof. I'm sorry, it didn't happen. Well, maybe it is shatterproof. If the lock is like lockpick proof, then maybe it's just not meant to be.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He takes a pry bar from you and gestures for you to step back. Then, with little warning...
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Right. Kim is really the MVP today. Helping me with the racist, opening the truck. Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
Apparently, you have better physical instrument than me, so let's open the door.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Okay, any of that significant?
There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Okay, we can do a number of things here. First, let's admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century.
Of the last century, so like 60 years at least.
One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
What is that?
There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What exactly is that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably granate number 5.
Okay, let's make a mental note of that. In case we find the lady driver, I guess we have to smell her. Let's study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
Oh, what happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
I mean, that is a bit of a problem if you're a movie star or a starlet or whatever. Then you shouldn't be afraid of the camera, I think. But okay, that's enough of the posters. Probably not significant.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Alright, let's examine the radio next.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
The lieutenant leans closer to the radio.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
So, a special kind of radio. What about the Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the saved stations here? Just rub it in. Why would anyone need so many radio stations? Is there anything we can do with the radio? Yeah, what about Speed Freaks FM?
No, that's on 78.9.
I'm guessing that Speed Freaks FM is like a radio station for like car enthusiasts, because I mean, Kim clearly loves his car, and the name of the radio station would certainly hint in that direction. Raise your eyebrows.
What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
I mean, you were kinda ashamed of it when we found it on your radio, so... I didn't expect that you would admit it. So why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
Okay, but is this standard for lorry drivers or just something that this lorry driver has? Which could mean that she has contact with other potential smugglers? I don't know.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
So there might be more to this than just one lorry driver smuggling drugs.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Alright, well, is there anything we can do about it at the moment?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Alright, in that case, let's have a look at the rest of the cabin.
The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Alright, let's check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Well, that is kinda odd.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Okay, but why would this be necessary? Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip. Yes, indeed.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Again, not sure if this is significant. Maybe the lorry driver is wearing like very slippery shoes and needs the sandpaper. I have no idea.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. But there's something strange about the passenger seat. The radio transmitter sits on the center console and the pull-out toolbox lies hidden under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Alright, let's have a look at the passenger seat.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
I mean, having maps wouldn't be unusual for a lorry driver, but why hide them like this? This must be significant.
Bonne prise.
The lieutenant commands you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. Alright, fold open the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all.
Alright, so she is knowledgeable about various motorways and routes.
There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the mass of brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does the road lead? Fold open the second map. Where does it lead to?
To Kuno, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Alright. Again, let's make a mental note of it. Not sure if this is significant. Let's have a look at the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
And what about the third map?
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake.
Service tunnels, you say? That seems like a perfect way to smuggle drugs.
These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway.
Especially if they're not used anymore.
Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
Alright, let's just repeat what Logic just said.
So it would seem.
The lieutenant examines the maps with furrowed brow.
The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end up? Who do you think is behind this? Return the stack of papers under the seat. Yeah, where does it end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti? That sounds vaguely familiar. What exactly does that mean?
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes. But really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol.
Alright, thank you.
With cool names, like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
La Puta Madre. Yeah, we've heard about them a few minutes ago. So, who do you think is behind this? Well, maybe someone else, if it's not like the Besmerti? I mean, it's probably one of them, but who knows?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect.
Oh, so it might be La Puta Madre after all. Okay.
Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Okay, but I mean, we don't really have to fully investigate this. We just need to find out who's doing it or find out something, tell it to Joyce, and that's basically our part of this job. We don't need to take down who's responsible for this, right? At least I don't think so. Let's return the stack of papers under the seat.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
What do you mean, best not to disturb the scene? You just smashed the window. I think that would count as a disturbance. But okay, whatever.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
Alright, let's have a look at the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Okay, let's have a look at it.
It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Let's pick it up.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His thought trails off. I don't know, can we do something with these equations and the radio in this car?
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio, dust on the windows.
I don't know, let's examine the radio again.
Looks like the frequency dial.
Strange. There are so many radio...
It has to be an advanced model to fit
Okay,
so
but
many
there's nothing new
frequencies
here.
next to each other without blending them together. The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat and the oddly bulging seat cover.
I thought maybe with that note we can do something with the radio, but it doesn't look like it. So in that case, let's close the door.
It closed the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Okay. I will talk to you in a second. Report back to Joyce. Okay, we don't actually have to continue this investigation any further. We can just tell Joyce what we found out. But yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Good call. Seems like something police would do. Yes, this is probably something that police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Indeed.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Right.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
Like La Puta Madre, for example?
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info.
It is. What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this? They probably don't. Maybe it's just something that the lady driver, is interested in. How do you think this is connected to the Union? Will the RCM open an investigation into this? Yeah, do you think there's a connection to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Claire would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose.
So you think they're tolerating it, or maybe even profiting from it? I guess that's true.
My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Yeah, good call.
In short, this is a future angle, possibly a good one.
It possibly is. Yeah, what do you think about the movie posters? I don't think they're significant, but let's ask it anyway.
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. Well, maybe the lady driver just likes ladies, That is a thing that exists. Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. Could the film industry be involved? I mean, that is so absurd, I kinda have to pick this option.
I'm going to say no.
Yes, and you're probably right. Will the RCM open an investigation into this? Yeah, I'm not sure about this, but let's ask it.
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Right. I'm glad to learn that we do have a narcotics department and they can take care of it, and we don't have to.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Could corruption be involved?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Alright, well, good talk. So, debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Okay, well, I think that was a useful discussion. And yeah, I suppose we can return to Joyce now and tell her what we found out. But maybe I want to follow up on some other leads first before I go back to her. So I will have a look at my quest journal again, I suppose. Let's maybe get out of this little town square first. Oh, do you want to talk to me again? I mean, may as well.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it. No trouble. She's going to be fine. There's going to be an investigation, probably. Sorry, man, I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you. Yeah, I mean, we so far only searched it, and we'll see what comes out of it, I suppose.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who'd tell on her. But, is she in trouble?
No trouble, she's going to be fine. There's going to be an investigation. Sorry, man, I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation. I mean, there probably should be an investigation, but whether or not is questionable, because apparently, according to Kim, there should have been an investigation already, and it hasn't happened so far, so she's probably going to be fine.
Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes.
Your rhymes?
He chooses to believe what's best for her.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway? Alright, I had another question actually. Yeah, what's with those rhymes?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Well, interesting. Sprechgesang is German for, well, literally it means like talk, a song, or talking, singing. And it's basically a complicated German word for like rapping. So apparently he wants to be a rapper. I mean, it can be other sorts of, you know, singing that is more talking than singing. But it's very often used as like a different word for rapping. Alright.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lehom.
So why Tommy Lehom? Yeah, I get it. Usually you would, you know, contract Lehom to Lom because the H is silent and then the E just vanishes. So why Tommy Lehom?
Tommy Lam was taken.
Oh,
My real
okay.
name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
So it's basically kind of like the Fried thing. Do I have another question?
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. I mean, sure, why not? This can only go well, right? Understood his theatrics.
Your best
Oh, no.
verse. You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
I hope this is not going to hurt my morale. She broke me, she fucking broke me.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
Yeah, maybe when my conceptualization is better, I will try this again.
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. Listen, continue. She fucked me till I bled. These rhymes are terrible.
That's,
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. Of course. Of course, it hurt my morale.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
It's not real, guys. It's not my actual thoughts. It's a poem. I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom. No, no, no. You're just going to get more hits to your morale. I'm not going to do this. It's just a poem.
yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but...
I guess I have to continue with it. I have no other choice.
Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
Well, at least he's trying to be polite.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Oh, he actually did like it. I didn't expect that.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping.
Okay.
We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
Yeah, I'm not going to try this again unless I have like a really good chance, because apparently all it does is going to mess me up. He liked your emotional poem. Well, but I have slightly better chances here now, so I guess I may as well.
Ease into it.
Nah.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Okay, whatever. Let's just pick one of the choices I haven't picked yet.
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
Clearly not.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn, it really is hard to talk.
It
Man
is.
to man.
It is. Well, that was not a good choice. But yeah, I guess I can try this again later. There might be some others I can try. What about this one, for example? Electronic doorbell. Challenging. I mean, that is very close by, and I have some time left in this episode, so I guess I may actually want to try this. But first, I don't need that pry bar in my hand anymore. Yeah, well, whatever, Tommy. I'll be off. So I think this was the doorbell over here, right? Let's have a look at it.
An old call box with a
Whoops,
matrix
my
of
computer
push
is
buttons
making
lists
noises,
all the companies in the
for some
East
reason.
Delta Commerce Center. East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Okay, my chances have increased. +1 wax cylinder, +1 slipstream SCA. Okay, let's give this another try.
No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Alright, no luck here today. So what else do we want to do for the rest of this episode? I actually kind of wanted to go back to the courtyard because I want to investigate the shack. Oh, there's someone up here. Huh, that's interesting. Of course, I can't talk to this person from this position. But yeah, I wanted to go to that shack again and investigate what's behind it. And I think I have like another quest that tells me to talk to Kuno again. if I remember correctly. Oh, it's about the pens. I don't really want them though, do I? I probably don't. But I guess we can talk to him anyway.
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me. Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Okay, I seem to have some new options here. At least they look like I haven't used them before. Yeah, what about your shack?
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panels aside, Kuno. I face shifted through the roofing material. Before we go on with that, let's talk about how you said it was just some roofing material some Gims left behind. That was a lie. Well, I totally face shifted through the roofing.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
How do you know?
You can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
You don't seem to be entirely sure about it, though.
How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What was with the pig head? I found a plate covered with powder residue. You know anything about it? What about the tube of magnesolum, Kuno? Could I get into the harbor from the roof? I've heard enough of this. Yeah, what's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Oh, great. So you're killing animals as well? Were you trying to send a message of some sort? A demo tape, like some kind of musician? Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one. Point to your head. It's shit. Forget it. I'm not saying those things. Yeah, what do you mean, demo tape?
Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio.
Oh.
Fucks pigs. Live. Fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
Really? You killed a pig and think you're a cop killer because of that. I mean, I get the metaphor, but still. And I mean, it's well known that a lot of, serial killers and stuff started by killing animals first, so that's slightly disconcerting. I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it? Yeah, you know anything about that?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Yeah, electrochemistry awoke again, talking about this subject matter. And what were the tube of magnesolum?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was.
You could use some.
I probably could. I mean, I just had to use some because of my terrible poem. So it's magnesium.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
So you also have problems with your morale. Interesting.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's going to use it against you, Kuno.
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time. Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it. I do rock it all the time. That's true.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
He looks at you, eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're going to OD and you're going to fucking die.
Kuno S is just always, saying the opposite of whatever Kuno is saying. So, could I get into the harbor from the roof, maybe?
Course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
Is that it? Easy? I've got to jump to get there at my age, in my condition. Yeah, that might not be a good idea.
Not everyone can fly like Kuno. You're old. You'll never make it. Moose piss has made you scared in the head.
Moose piss is probably alcohol.
I guess so.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Okay, so we can get to the harbor, but we have to jump. Okay. I guess we will have to think about that. So yeah, I guess that's enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Hey Kuno, got any speed? I gotta ask, who is Kuno? I mean, maybe I should be asking these two questions as well. However, the episode is getting long enough, so maybe I'm going to leave it like that and we will continue this conversation in the next episode. But for now, I think this should be enough.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
And then maybe we will investigate that shack and see if we can make that jump in the next episode as well. Oh, well, what is that?
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me. My magnesium level is fine, discard thought. I mean, at the moment it's fine, but I wouldn't mind having more.
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
So I need to mag it up. So I need to mag it sideways. Probably mag it up, huh?
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form? I need to stop thinking about this. Now let's continue that thought.
Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
I mean, I have some money now, so I can actually afford magnesium, I suppose. But yeah, apparently that gave me another thought. It is generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms, fusing little carbon tubes together to form complex, mushy structures capable of thought, love, and locomotion. It is also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it is important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired, mag it. Down, mag time. Liver damage, maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? I don't know, I guess I have to internalize this first. So yeah, at some point I have to start unlocking more slots here and see if I want to internalize any of these thoughts. But like I said, the problem is that I don't really know what result it will have, if it's something I even want to have. So the question is always, do I invest a point in some of my skills where I know exactly what it's going to do? Or do I, pick a random thought and I don't know what's going to be the result of it? But yeah, I guess that's enough for today. Let's make a cut here and let's continue the next time. As always, thank you for watching and see you again next time.